So ESPN has announced a new permanent Wednesday host on First Take to go alongside Stephen A. Smith and Molly, who moderates. So as we know, Max no longer with First Take. Last year, Stephen A. Smith and the higher powers that be at ESPN made the decision to move in a different direction. If you've followed ESPN's program in their Starship program, last football season, they pretty much went with Michael Irvin on Mondays to talk Dallas Cowboys, Tim Tebow on Fridays, and they've kind of been able to just fill in time in between depending on what sport had the pop-in headlines for the week. NBA was getting brewing, right? Like, so you could kind of manage through football season pretty much working around the football schedule because it is priority in this country. It does the biggest ratings. Football is king in this country. Here's the thing, football is over. And be clear, the Dallas Cowboys gave ESPN and FS1 some great ratings. As a matter of fact, the Monday after the Cowboys lost was the best day for First Take and Undisputed. That just tells you how lucrative the Dallas Cowboys are and how big their fan base is. But again, football is over, and now the questions remain, what's next for ESPN and their premier show, First Take, because their premier talent is paid a lot of money to pop that thing off. And, you know, it's been a struggle thus far for Stephen A. Smith to find a permanent co-host if he wants one at all. We now know on Wednesday, Stephen A. Smith will be joined by Chris Mad Dog Russo, who's a longtime radio personality, 62 years of age. I don't know a lot about Chris Russo. I'm not even going to lie to you guys like I've ever watched or listened to any of his content or any of his programming over the years. I don't know a lot about him. I sat down and watched a little bit of him on First Take here. I know he was a guest in January. I believe it's the first time I watched him, and now he's going to be a regular for every Wednesday. I mean, he kind of looks like Skip Bayless, a little younger than Skip Bayless. I'm sure a lot of fans are going to joke about that one. I watched a couple of his takes in football. It didn't wow me. He didn't feel like a sports aficionado by any means. I mean, it's okay. We'll see how long this lasts. They might get some clickable moments out of this one. I got to admit to you guys this. I got a little bit of bias in this fight, so forgive me. I don't usually lead with bias, but I did work at ESPN for a few months, and Stephen A. Smith was nothing but nice to me with my few conversations that I had with the brother and the producers at First Take and at ESPN in general, but nothing but great to me. So I have a little bit of bias in this one. I won't go as real as I can. I will just be nicely when I say this, and I do believe this. I do think it's going to be a struggle to replace somebody permanently for Max Kellerman on First Take, just because I think finding somebody that pairs with Stephen A. Smith is difficult. You know, and again, I got the ultimate love for Stephen A. Smith, but this is a difficult one. What we're learning over time is that Skip Bayless is the key piece to debate television. Again, we obviously know that Skip had his thing with Woody Page and Cold Pizza, and he's been doing a debate thing for a long time. But I think it obviously came to fruition with First Take. That was the big moment in debate television that's got every sports program in the country wanting to kind of create or mimic that, right? We're learning, though, the key element to this bad boy working is Skip Bayless, not Stephen A. Smith or not even Shannon Sharp. The key piece to the puzzle is it's Skip Bayless. You don't gotta like him, love him. You disagree with him, think he talks about LeBron James too much, whatever. I get it. I understand it completely. But whatever this debate thing is, he's the best at it. And I don't think anybody's arguing that. And what we're learning is Stephen A. Smith fit well with Skip Bayless, not the other way around. Skip was able to find another Stephen A. Many would argue that Skip has found an even more entertaining, more qualified personality in Shannon Sharp to replace Stephen A. Smith over there as he moved to FS1. Stephen A. is having a hard time in the opposite direction, finding somebody to replace Skip Bayless. Max Kellerman wasn't it. That didn't flow. I've watched a little bit of Stephen A. and Michael Irvin, and for what they were trying to do, it worked. I watched a little bit of Stephen A. and Tim Tebow, and for what they were trying to do, I guess it worked. I don't know about this Mad Dog thing. We shall see. I guess only time will tell. Maybe, just maybe. I think at some point, ESPN is going to have to find a permanent replacement or start to spread Stephen A. Smith in the other directions outside of First Take. I'm just being real. I don't know if this thing's going to work long term because ESPN is struggling to find a replacement for Skip Bayless. It can't just be anybody. We're learning that this is a lot harder than we thought. They need somebody, and thus far, look, I've told you this from the beginning. It needs to be, these are what I believe the parameters to be. You need to find somebody that's either A, a big-time Dallas Cowboy fan, or B, a big-time Los Angeles Lakers fan, if the Lakers remain good. And it also, with that, probably needs to be white, probably needs to be older. That's some of the dynamics that we've seen work in debate-style television over the years. You're probably going to need those parameters to be fit if you want to find a suitable replacement for Skip Bayless that brings viewership and works for all of America. That's what you're probably looking for, or at least the most of America that you can. And I can't think of a guy out there that fits that description. If you're white, middle-aged, and you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, first and foremost, or maybe even a Los Angeles Lakers fan or LeBron fan or somebody like that, this is your moment to go get your agent on the phone and call ESPN and try to work something out. I'm not sure if the Mad Dog era at First Take is going to work, but hey, maybe you like it. Let me know what you think about it if you've been able to check it out in the comment section below.